Hey, everybody, welcome to Love and Reload, the voice of the relocation industry. I am your host, Ben Cross, and I'm joined by my good friend, Ben Heller. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
It's going really well. It's good to see you, man.
It's
been
good to see
so
you, too.
long.
I know. Here we are.
Here we are.
In real life.
It just sparks joy.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing you, I felt serotonin rush through my brain.
There's a little bit of that. You get a little natural high going on.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the rum drinks or anything.
Well, I'm just starting.
I'm just starting,
so
too.
Maybe the rush that I'm getting right now is from the
one sip in, feeling amazing. This is great. We're here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, overlooking the beach. I would give you a better view, but there's light situations and whatnot.
Yeah.
People don't need to know the magic of television.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to know where you are right now. Give us a shout out. Let us know who you are, where you are, what company you're with. Have you ever been to SRRC before? This is my first time.
Oh, it's great. SRRC has always been one of my favorite ones on the circuit.
Why? Tell me why.
Because it's the most social one. Like, you get in and everyone is at the bar by the time you get here. People are hanging out in the pool.
Yep.
There's a good dinner the first night. Everyone gets to hang out. Then the next day, it's like we're having stuff on the beach. There's it's more like a family
When we say
gathering.
stuff on the beach, like what is stuff on the beach?
I think the last time I was here, Nathan Brinker and I started playing cornhole on the beach.
So, side note, we tried to set up a cornhole for charity Move for Hunger thing on Thursday.
Yep.
And they told us, quote unquote, it's not spring break.
Well, that's a little.
They said we're a 5-star hotel. It's not spring break. I said, okie dokie then.
Wow.
All right.
Don Cesar just lit him down a little bit.
All right. No, I'm okay. We're gonna have a great time despite the lack of cornhole here, the conspicuous absence of cornhole. Valerie McKenzie checking in. Hey guys, Deluxe listening in from Phoenix, Arizona. Val, what are you doing in Phoenix? Look at that. Stacy Huff, looks like you're having a good time at SRRC. Yes, we are. Super producer Stacy, thank you so much. Hey, shout out to super producer Stacy. Shout out to our technical advisor Tim Quirk. Shout out to Jenna Chesanowski, our assistant producer here as well. Thank you for everybody that puts this show together. I really appreciate it. Dale Klein, hi. Dale. Ben H and Ben C. Nice. What's up, Dale? Good to see you. Dale's out in Connecticut, maybe? Tim Quirk, hey, it's the good Ben. Western New York is looking forward to learning and having fun at SRC.
I knew I liked Tim.
Tim's good people.
He
Tim's good people. He knows a good Ben when he sees one. Okay, he says learning. Is there a lot of learning? I have to ask. I'm going to ask the tough ones. Journalism.
I think so. I think now there will likely be a lot of learning at this one. Because,
well, there are some topics. There are some things that we're discussing.
Yeah, and I think it's really important for, these things are always 60, 70% service providers. And the service providers need to react to where corporate mobility is going. And there's just been a tremendous amount of change. We haven't had in-person talks for 18 months now, 17, something like that. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So I think there will be a lot of learning because there's actually a number of corporates here. And so we're going to be talking with them throughout the conference, understanding their pain. And I think we'll hopefully be able to take that back to our companies so that we can all become better.
Yeah, and shout out to our corporate partners. We have one coming on today, actually, in the second half of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Jampel is going to be with us live. So that's going to be exciting. If you got questions about SRC, leave them in the comments. If you've ever been, let me know. I want to know your favorite SRC memory, because I plan on making a few myself. Ray Abbott from Tippett Richardson in Vancouver. What's up, Ray? Can't wait to see you at IM, hopefully. Bogdan, saludos from Puerto Rico. Whoa, look at this. We got a guest. Hey, how's it going?
Good. You?
Very well. Very well. Tell everybody who you are.
Keith Michelson with Real Direct.
Nice.
Just coming out of the pool.
Nice.
Hey, brother.
Why are you in? Why are you in from the pool? Everybody. So the pool is the place to be. Why are you in?
Oh, my hair doesn't look very good, does it?
No, I didn't want to say anything, but I'm sorry. We do have a confidence camera here, and it's not doing that for Keith. There you go. Yeah. So what's the pool vibe doing right now, Keith?
It just started to rain, so we are just dispersing.
Yeah, so we'll call this like the natural love and reload break here in the day. So in Florida, I lived here in Tampa for 6 years, Tampa Clearwater, and it rains every day during the summer from like at 11 o'clock, and then it rains again at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Said that
Yeah.
the Atlantic
Are we
Coast.
crashing this party?
Roger Sorhagen.
Hey, how are you, Ben?
Roger.
I gotta clean myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should really.
There you
I
go.
was going to mention
I
that.
stink. Hey, it's great seeing everyone.
Hey, thank you. Roger, tell everybody where you're from.
Hey, so I'm from New Jersey, from beautiful Clinton, New Jersey, and I'm with SRRC, Allied Van Lines,
Yep.
and I'm here at the beautiful Don Cesar with
Nice.
beautiful Ben Heller and beautiful Ben Cross.
Yeah. Nice. In no particular order.
No particular
So
order.
Roger, what's your role at this event?
My role at this event, aside from reinforcing
Besides showing
my,
off that immaculate
beside-
tan you have.
besides the tan, which in New Jersey is starting to fade right now, I'm the chair of community outreach as well as scholarship, and we will be supporting and continue to support CHS, which is the Children's Home Society of Florida.
Yeah.
Florida,
Yeah.
and that's
Nice.
what we're going to be pushing for. We
Nice.
got a big donation for them.
All right. I want to hear all about that. I'm gonna ask you to go backstage in the green room, get yourself a cocktail.
I'm not going back to the green room. I'm staying here.
You can't put Roger in the corner. All right. No, go get a drink. Come on back. We're gonna let me do Ben for another 15 minutes here, and then we'll have
Can you
we'll have
handle
Roger.
15 minutes with Ben?
Yeah, I think I can. All right, Roger. I'll see you soon, buddy. All right, cool. Thanks. Dark and stormy. All right. Anyway, so that was Roger and Keith. So we're having a good time. It was funny because I went down to the pool before we started, and I was like, hey, anybody want to pop in? Everybody's like, no, I'm good. They're all in the pool hanging out, whatever. And then the rain came. They're like, all right, let's go crash the Love and Relo episode. All right, let's go do it. It's funny. It's like that. Let's see who else is logging in with us. Oh, look at this. We got everybody tuning in here. People, Brian. Hey, Ben, it's Brian. We met at Pure Coffee in the UK. This is great. So okay, do we have time for a story?
Of course, we have time for.
All right, so I'm in the UK last week. I'm over here trying to find my co-working space. I'm looking around like a tourist. I have my mask on, and I have my mask on the streets of London, which nobody wears their mask on the streets of London.
Really? Okay.
I know, right? And I guess I don't know why I had it on. I had it on. Anyway, I'm looking around trying to find my co-working space. Can't find it. By the way, the street signs in London don't exist. They stick them on the side of buildings. It's really weird. And this guy walks by me, and he's like, "That's where I know you from." And I thought he was taking the piss, as they say over there, right? And he's like, no, you interviewed Ben Suki or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm Ben Cross. He's like, yeah, but you interviewed Ben Suki. He's like, I watch your stuff. I think it's really great. I think it's great. I'm like, what? You like really?
That's your
Yeah.
first fan sighting.
Yeah, on the streets of London. It was so crazy.
Oh, man.
Brian, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping to help me, and they helped me find my where the heck I was supposed to go work for the rest of the day.
Boost your ego a little bit.
A little bit. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to work that story into every conversation I have in the next month. Hello from San Jose. What's up, Quigley? Danny Herskowitz. Hey, Ben. Looking forward to the show.
You're hired.
Danny,
Dude, that's exciting, man.
thank you, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you, man.
Can you tell me what Danny's doing for you?
No, I cannot. His check clears tomorrow, and I can't tell you one thing.
All right.
I'll be honest with you. No, Danny. Danny's awesome. Love Danny. Danny's doing talent. He's doing recruiting.
Awesome.
Danny, in my opinion, was my favorite recruiter in the global mobility space and relocation space. I would help him whenever I could. If he had something open requisition, or if I knew somebody that was looking, I would always refer him to Danny. And I've been talking to Danny for a couple of years. Like, Danny, when are we gonna do something together? And then he finally called me up, and I was actually in Florida, and he was like, "Hey, you still want to do something?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And we put it together. And Danny's been on the team now for 2 weeks. And he's amazing. We've got a bunch of clients already lined up.
That's awesome.
It's sick. Danny's doing an awesome job. Shout out to Danny.
Cheers to you, Danny.
Cheers, Danny. Mazel tov, bro. All right.
That's super exciting, man.
Thank you, man.
Growing the business.
I appreciate it.
and like it's the right time. Like I just.
What do you think about that move, by the way? What do you think about
it's
the
a
whole
great
recruiting
move,
thing?
And the timing is perfect. I was just out in Sherman, Vegas.
Yes.
And
Tell me about Sherm too, by the way.
There's the great resignation, or the talent.
Yeah, 40% of
tsunami,
people are trying to look for a new job. Right. The talent tsunami, or the turnovers, the tsunami. Yeah.
So like inevitably, HR's job is going to be harder. Finding talent's going to be harder. And so I think now is a pretty good time to be in the retained or referral recruitment space. Yeah,
for sure. I think people are reevaluating, why they work where they work, and they're making new decisions. Your company's growing all the time.
We just hired a whole bunch of people.
So what are the kind of roles that you're hiring, and kind of why? What's making you do it?
Well, so Building.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
All
Hey,
right.
how you doing?
Say your name and who you're
You
with.
don't know who I am? Why don't you know who I am?
I'm
You have
sorry.
to
This is how
introduce
this kind of works.
No, introduce yourself.
Melanie Kloshka, Sterling Lexicon,
There it is.
Total Global Relocation System.
See, I couldn't have done it that well. That's why, Melanie. Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go. All right, bud. Is this a Brady one?
Thoughts on SRC in one word. What would you say?
So exciting to be here in person with everybody again. It's kind of the pre-up for ERC, so looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you,
Yeah.
Melanie.
And
You're
Melanie's,
awesome.
Melanie's
Thank
doing
you.
an awesome session, talking with senior level HR people to really understand where HR is going and how mobility plays a part in
Fits
it.
into
Do you want to preview it real quick?
It's
You want
gonna
to
be
tell
awesome.
people who's speaking and everything?
Yeah, so we're doing Jack McKenna from Universal Engineering, Susan Marlowe from Well Built, a local Tampa company,
Nice.
and Sharon Patterson, formerly with Lehigh Harrison, and now is a consultant. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
great.
very exciting.
Sounds really good.
It's gonna be a good session.
CHRO levels, very exciting.
What time's the session tomorrow?
4-ish.
4-ish?
Ish.
Yeah, I'm
Ish.
available. Sounds good. I'm
You
gonna
gonna
do it.
hang
I'm gonna do it. I'm
Yeah?
in. 4-ish. Yeah, I don't have a show or anything. We'll
Have the show
We'll
all
broadcast
together.
live from the show. It'll be
Be
awesome.
fun. Be good.
Melanie,
Yes.
it's so great to see you. Thank
Good
you
to
so
see
much.
You guys. Good
And
to
then,
see you.
who's hiding behind you over there? Is that Heather?
Everybody.
Heather Morgan's over there too. There you go. Look,
All right.
Paul is over there.
Bye.
Awesome, Melanie. Thank you so much. Oh, here comes Heather. Here comes Paula.
Hi,
Paula.
everyone.
Paula, what's your role here at SRC?
President, SRRC. We are looking for new board members. So anyone that's interested, please reach out. You will
Nice.
love it. It's a great community.
Paula has really killed it this year.
What areas? What areas are you looking for board members in?
We will be filling positions for president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and other chairperson roles.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. A
Ben
lot.
knows. Ben is a great supporter.
Yeah.
Well, she's done an amazing job. Like, it's been incredibly difficult during this time to run an organization like this. And are we going to do hybrid? Are we going to do in person? This stuff's changes. Are we still doing it in person? Do we have enough people that are going to come to break even, or is this going to put us out of business? And Paul has done a really fantastic job.
Seriously,
Like,
that's a lot of questions. Those are critical questions to
Yeah.
answer.
she's done a really great job, been very selfless, and has kept everyone on top of it. And this conference is going to be amazing. It's going to be really
Thank you.
exceptional homecoming for everybody.
Well, this is my first one, and I love it.
Oh,
You've
thank
done a
you,
great
guys.
job.
Thank you. I'll let you guys chat.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, Paula. So,
So,
you were talking about the hires you made recently.
oh yeah.
And
So-
I was asking you, like, kind of what areas you were filling and then why you were hiring those people. And
Sure. So, running a software company and building code is really hard. And people ask, okay, so when are you going to have this done? And I'd be always like, next quarter or
Next quarter.
4.
It's
And I have been proven to be a liar so many times.
so you're just like, I need to stop lying and hire some software people.
That's exactly right. So we hired 2 new developers, bringing so we had 2 and a head of engineering. So we're going to be up to 5 now on that side. We hired a UX UI person. We hired a head of marketing. Someone who
Wow.
can actually help us communicate our story out, because
Yeah.
when I've talked to you, you're like, Ben, this is too effing complicated.
Ben, I love you. What do you do? Now, people say that to me all the time too, and I think I'm pretty good at marketing. I mean, marketing is really hard.
It's hard.
I think people really, underestimate marketing. I spent all of last week with Altavita in London, and we're talking about marketing. And I was talking to Vivi, the CEO and co-founder, and she's like, honestly, I came from a finance background. I didn't think marketing was really that important. It's like you either have good product or you don't.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I mean, so many good technologies out there don't cross the chasm, which is a book I'm reading right now,
It's a good book.
because they don't know how to go to market. They don't know how to tell their story.
That's right.
They talk about the thing is Word perfect, better or worse than Microsoft Word? We won't really know because Word went to market better,
That's right.
VHS beta, I mean, there's things like that. I mean, these are old technologies. I'm really dating myself, but yeah, these are some of the questions. So
Yeah. But it's been really exciting to add to the team. We've grown from 12. We'll have 17 as of next Monday. And I don't expect us to
Wow.
hire too many more people for a long time. But it's really good to scale the team. And it's been a long time coming. I think the team has been stretched pretty thin for a while. And
Yeah.
we finally said, all right, now's the time.
That's
and,
awesome.
ready to move.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. And I know you have a distributed workforce as well.
Yeah,
So how have you managed that growth and the culture and everything like that?
So we've been completely remote since before remote was cool. We've always been a remote company. My background at Accenture, where I ran the global mobility consulting practice, I was working with remote teams in Shenzhen and in India, and I learned that it can work. You can have remote teams, and because I had been a remote member of Accenture for my entire tenure there. And so we built with that in mind, and there was a lot of effort that went into the culture. And I actually think that we're at an advantage because of it, because a lot of companies that are going to a hybrid model, it's actually harder than going full remote, because you have people coming into the office, but if you're operating with them remotely, if you want them to be still part of your culture and engaged, you have to operate your entire company as if you're remote.
Yeah.
You have to have people in the office on Zoom meetings with them. Otherwise, you have the haves and have-nots.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's allowed us to scale quickly, hire people wherever around the world they are, just find really great talent who understands our why and is excited to be a part of it.
I love it. No, you're absolutely right. You can create a really not inclusive environment for the people that aren't there, 100%. Speaking of not inclusive for people that aren't there, though, hey, if y'all have questions for Ben, let us know. We're going to have Jack. I think that's him in the orange shirt right there. By the way, he's going to be on soon. Roger's going to be talking charities here. Let us know if you got any questions. We got Brand. Oh, look at Brandy's checking in from Ayers there. Great to see you both. Brandy, I hear you're going to be at IAM. Excited to see you there. Hopefully we can have you speak somewhere. That'd be cool. You're going to be at the IAM conferences too?
Yeah, we got a booth.
Nice.
Ryan and I are both going to be there. We probably will have one other member of our team out there. I like going to SHRM and seeing 12,000 people in person be successful in person at an event was really reassuring. And I'd encourage people to go. There's just learning that happens when you're together that doesn't happen. And IAM is such a collaborative group.
You're right.
It's great.
When you're in the room, you believe in being in the room. When you're not in the room, it's really easy to say, what goes on in the room that can't happen outside the room or virtually or whatever. There's really something about, I think, in my opinion, about being in the room and collaborating with people, building those relationships. Yeah. And just like the kind of the frictional collaboration, the collaboration just happens from like bumping elbows and saying, hey, have you thought about this or whatever? Yeah, I wouldn't schedule a Zoom call to suggest this, but what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And I expect a lot of that at IAM because, we haven't seen each other in a long time. And, our whole industry doesn't work without great partnerships, and IAM is really about building great partnerships.
100%. Aaron saying 3 cheers for marketing, maybe 4. It doesn't matter how cool the things you're doing are if no one knows about them. Right on.
Aaron's right on.
Richard, there have been discussions about corporates at ERC? Do corporates attend all the regional meets?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's more accessible even, Richard, right? Because like say you're based in Florida, going to Chicago, getting justification for that, the flight, hotel, whatever, time off. Yeah. It's harder than just popping over to your local
for sure
thing,
it's expensive.
Typically the local ones also are like one night or can be one night versus
I agree.
Yeah, and you find a lot of not I won't say all the time. You see a lot of corporates that don't go to ERC that will be very involved in their regional.
Yes.
I talked to Tessa Boone about this over at Ford in Detroit. She was very active in the DRC and just said, ERC was a little big, felt a little much.
I think some corporates also don't like being around 500 suppliers.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Like there's that dynamic that can exist if you're a corporate where
it can get really ugly.
Yeah, well, I think it makes some people uncomfortable. And when you're in a room of anywhere from 50 to 150 people, it's nowhere near as intense. And it seems like every regional event has a roundtable of the corporates to share policy and ideas. So I think they've been working really well. And I know that there's corporates who flew here because this is just such a great destination.
It is a destination event.
I feel like it's a really good situation for corporates to
What's up, Carrie Iverson? Love seeing everyone back in person. Nothing like a networking face-to-face. 100%. Michael Cadden, hi, Benz. We got the Benz. Mike Quigley, not too shabby. Valerie used to go when she lived in Florida. The Barb Hales represent. I saw Barb. Wait, Val, you moved to Phoenix from Houston? What in the wide world of sports? Aaron Cartwright in Kansas City. What up, Aaron? Aaron, are you going to be at the IAM? Let us know. IAM's coming. It's coming quick. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is great. I've had a lot of fun. Ben, any parting thoughts for the folks out there?
I think it's going to be a wonderful conference. I know that if you're watching, you're probably not going to be attending, but like from being at SHRM last week, I just felt a level of inspiration and education.
You didn't tell me about
SHRM.
Let's take 2 minutes. Just tell me about SHRM.
Right.
General, was it your first SHRM?
It was my first SHRM.
General impressions.
So, I mean, I was told that it was a small SHRM with only 12,000 people. But
Right.
that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
Everyone was wearing masks. And
Yeah.
like everyone, like the education sessions, I watched 2 that I thought were exceptional that I noted on LinkedIn. But I went to a few others. They were still very, very good.
And this was in Vegas?
In Vegas.
Yep.
I mean, what a great location. Vegas is always a good time.
Vegas and HR.
I didn't get
Makes a lot
into
of
too much
sense.
trouble, but I'm sure that a lot of HR violations were
Yeah.
made.
Let's just say there's 12,000 people on day 1 and like 8,000 on day 2,
That was probably something.
4,000 on day 3. No, I remember my first SHRM was mind blowing. I'm like the sheer scale of it
Mhm.
and the quality of the speakers. I mean, I saw Tom Brokaw, I saw Malcolm Gladwell, I saw Hillary Clinton, I saw Condoleezza Rice, I saw Jerry Seinfeld, I saw like I went
That's
to a
amazing.
couple SHRMs, Lionel Richie. I mean, yeah, SHRMs is great.
Yeah.
12,000 is a lot.
And I think that if it can work at that scale, it can certainly work at IAM and ERC and SRRC scale.
Yeah.
And so it was great to see people connect, learn, and see all the trends that are happening in HR. Because ultimately, global mobility is a subset of talent, and talent's a subset of HR. And wherever HR is going, global mobility is going to be impacted by that. So I felt it was necessary to go there to see around corners what was going on. And I learned a lot, and I'm really grateful I was able to go.
I like that expression, see around corners. Ben, it's always great to see you.
Great seeing you, brother.
I will catch you at the bar soon. Can you go grab Roger so we can hear about this charity?
I will go grab Roger.
And if you can't find Roger, I'll take Jack.
Okay. I'm on it,
And
bro.
if either of them has a drink, they get to go first.
Okay.
I mean, a drink for me. Anyway, that was Ben Heller, CEO of Price Point, good friend of mine. So good to see people here. I mean, you see the bars is going on back there. Roger Sorhagen's coming in from Syracuse. Raj, have a seat, buddy.
I'm back from the green room.
The green room, look at that.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Ben. How's it going?
Nice. Good.
Good.
So Raj, this is my first SRRC. How many of these have you been to?
You know, years and years ago, I was very active with the SRRC.
Yeah.
And I've been on the board here probably for 3 years.
3 years.
Yep. And chair of scholarship and community outreach.
And I want to hear about the scholarship community, but selfishly, I want to ask you for some advice.
Sure.
First, SRC. What should I know going into this?
You should
Give me
know.
some tips. Give me some advice.
Okay. So
I always love Roger's advice. We've sat in Houston, we've sat in Vegas, and just all night long. And Roger just gives me all the sage wisdom. So what do you got for me, Roger? What do you think?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ben. And you're a great guy. I appreciate your candor. So this is an organization that is very, very laid back, very open. I love this organization because it's not cliquey at all.
I did notice that. Everybody's just trying to get to know everybody.
Yep.
You lead kind of like, introducing.
Exactly. And it's really an organization where people really do come here to learn, to exchange ideas with one another. And it's just a warm and welcoming atmosphere with the participants as well as the board.
Yeah. So one of the things I found interesting was I got an email, and I feel like this is almost like the Ben rule. And it was like, wear like resort casual attire. Do not come here in a suit. It was addressed to everybody, but I felt like it was directed at me.
And me.
And you.
And me.
Hey, guys from the Northeast, don't come here with your suits, your fancy suits.
Yeah. Well, I got my suit here.
You got your
So
suit? You did bring a suit.
I got my suit here.
All right, so if you bring a suit, when do you wear the suit? Is it tomorrow?
So you know what? Tomorrow, I certainly think that you could wear a sport jacket
Okay.
and a pair of slacks, which is what I'm going to be doing. But I represent. The
Do you need
board.
to wear slacks? I did not pack a slack.
No. Well, I can lend you.
I have like
a pair.
colorful pairs of shorts.
I can lend you a pair.
Okay, you're gonna let me a pair. You're gonna let me. That'd be good for one leg. That's great. That's super. Oh my gosh, I'll call my tailor. Get him over here.
Yeah, and then I mean it is business casual.
Okay,
That
which is cool because honestly, like I don't know any other real. I mean, everybody goes a little kind of casual with these things, but I mean, this one's like they mean like resort wear. Like oh, you got like colorful dresses. You got some t-shirts back there. I got my linens. I packed the full spread of linens.
And Ben, the charisma that comes out of you is all you need. You're fine.
You just come with my charisma on it.
That's it.
Look at Jana Masick says, LOL, Roger Sorhagen. Any signs of a horse?
Yes.
Roger also is good, a good horseman. How's Bucky doing?
Bucky's doing great.
Good.
All the horses are doing good. And Jana, you know, if you look hard, you can see the horse is always with me. He's right behind my shoulder. And may the horse be with you, Jana.
And may the horse be with you. Oh my goodness gracious. Here we go. This is fantastic. Aaron's talking about IAM. You know anybody going to IAM, by the way? Promoting the IAM conference a little bit here.
Yeah, I think I will be there, actually.
Oh my gosh, you got to be there. We're gonna have so many. We're gonna have so many RMC speakers. We're gonna have a ton of corporate speakers virtually. A lot of RMCs in person. And if you're there, you should. I'd love to hear your take on, corporate moving and what's happening. And I mean, we don't have to get into it here.
Right.
I'd love to have a conversation at IAM 360. The news desk and talk.
And I would love to do that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be presenting at the Delaware Valley Relocation Council in October, and it's going to be about the landscape of household goods moving because so much has changed this year. So much. The challenges keep coming, and the industry keeps answering.
This was a year. Every year it gets tough in the summer, and I think there's discomfort, and people grit their teeth and get through it. This was the year it felt like maybe the discomfort became so unbearable that it might actually cause change.
And honestly, I tell you a funny story. I actually heard someone in an airport, because I've been flying around a lot. I actually heard someone complaining that they would rather be moved by a mover than fly. So flying is so bad right now that they would rather have a household goods move, which is ridiculous.
Painful. Everything's painful right now.
Exactly.
Richard's saying 35 regional meetings because he's talking about how many regionals there are in the U.S. Seems like a lot in a good way. Is this what knits the sector together in the States? Great people anyway, but also within a great structure. Is this what makes it work so well? What do you think? Describe the importance in your words of regionals.
Listen, I think the regionals are a place for people from that geographic area to share information, to share what's happening in their corner of the world. Whereas when you go to the big national conferences, it's a very hectic schedule. It's a lot more formal. You don't have as much of a chance to interact with people on a one-to-one basis. So I think the regionals are amazing. And I think those regionals are also the root of the success of the national conferences.
Yeah, I agree. I really do agree, because if you can get engagement at that level, I think you can get up to the big leagues, if you will. Before we bring Jack Jampel out, which I know everybody's just waiting out there with bated breath. By the way, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you have questions for Roger, if you have questions for Jack Jampel who's coming up next, leave them in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts out there, really, please and truly. Also, is it too loud here? Should I tell these people to be quiet? I mean, just let me know, whatever I got to do. It's getting pretty wild over here. Tell me about the charity that you're supporting.
So this is the second year that the SRRC has decided to go with the Children's Home Society of Florida, which is a Florida organization dedicated to, really in a snapshot, Ben, it's early intervention to keep families and children together. So it's real easy for all of us to step up during a crisis, but when the crisis hits, it's too late most of the time. So this is an organization that really has programs designed to keep families intact through education, and the net result, the goal is to keep children out of foster care. So foster care, though it's a great safety net.
How do they do that, Roger? Because I've worked with foster homes in Detroit. Actually worked with one here in Tampa. Actually, when I was here years ago. And you're right. When you get to foster care, I mean, it's a pretty dire situation at that point.
Correct.
I'm very curious, just from a personal
So-
standpoint, how they do that.
So, for example, CHS, they not only do they have a crisis line, but they have a warm line. A warm line meaning families that are having trouble, difficulties, are able to reach out to the organization, and the organization is able to bring early learning programs to those families to really help them not get into a crisis.
So
to
instead of
avoid
a
the foster care.
hotline, which is like a crisis line, like 911,
Right.
they're calling for like counseling and
Exactly.
preventative measures.
Exactly.
And, that's really great. That's really great.
Exactly. And that really is what it's all about, because the amount of poverty that children experience in Florida is devastating. We'll talk about those numbers, when I do an actual presentation, but this is a great organization to foster and to get behind, because they really do make a difference here in Florida for Florida children.
That's awesome. That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Great.
Let's see here. Vinny Valverde. Hey, Roger and Ben, meetings are done for a little bit, so I'm joining the event.
Hey,
Say
Vinny.
hi to our mobility family at SRRC. Vinny, love you, man. Vinny, you got a question for Roger or Jack? Let us know. Please let us know. Liz Martin says it's loud. LO. Liz, where are you right now? I saw you down by the pool earlier. You made a little cameo backstage before. Where are you right now? I want to know. Great cause. Ray Abbott saying great cause. That's great. Richard saying, has Jack started a fight at the coffee bar? Don't look behind you. Somebody stole Jack's latte. He punched him in the face.
I want to close by saying that Jack came down a week early to make sure that he had a better tan than me.
It's a Jersey thing, everybody. It's a Jersey thing.
Right.
Go grab Jack. Let's do a
Thank
side by
you
side.
so much, guys. Thank you for all your support.
Awesome.
See you,
Awesome.
Ben.
Awesome.
Great to see you.
Thank you, Raj. Take care, bud. This is great. This is so much fun. Everybody's having such a good time. You can just hear the vibe and everybody. Look at Raj just giving them a full bear hug. I mean, that's aggressive. That's really nice. That's good stuff there. Let's see here. Vinny's apologizing to Roger. Should be the other way around. All right. Let's see here. Richard. Fantastic work, Roger. Humbling. Jack Jampel.
How are
The
you,
man,
sir?
the myth, the
How
legend.
Are you, sir?
Thanks, Raj. Hey, Jack. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's good to see you down here.
Sure.
Another shore, right? Like
Another
Jersey
shore.
and,
Yeah, so this is Ben and Jack tour of the shore. We'll be at the border. We'll be in Laredo, Texas next. Just keep working around the country.
Hey, Vinny. I see Vinny's on.
Look at this,
Hey,
Vinny.
buddy. Hey,
Wow,
Vinny.
so jealous.
Aw, who's everybody?
Vinny saw that amazing hug Roger was giving you earlier. I think that's what he's.
Oh, is that what it is?
Valerie's checking in. Hi,
Hey,
Jack.
Val. When are you getting here, Val?
Yeah, Val moved to Phoenix, by the way.
Oh.
That's wild. Ray, live shows are great, Ben. Well done.
Hey,
Thank you.
Jamie.
Everybody hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you have done so, hit it again. Like these comments out here as well. Pick your favorites. Also, if you got questions for Jack, throw them in there. Listen, no questions out of bounds. We're going to ask the tough stuff today. Just kidding.
See, I'm doing a
Just
panel
kidding.
tomorrow, and they don't know what they're in for.
Oh, this
It's
is
the
great.
other side of the coin.
Talk
coming in.
about the panel tomorrow, Jack. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing a panel with a couple of other corporate people, and I'm moderating. But you know me, I always have a twist on it and getting to the other side of the coin and kind of bursting some bubbles.
Where do you get this contrarianism? Like, I love it.
You know
I
what,
love it.
but it's contrarianism, but it's good for suppliers.
Oh, 100%.
It is.
Well, it's good for everybody.
I do it for that reason, you know? It's I'm actually quoting you from something that you
geez.
said in one of your LinkedIn. I'll use that tomorrow. But it really is. It really hopefully helps, and it's really again about that employee experience and how companies say they're doing it, but it gets back to what I said to you. There is no positions at
Right.
these companies that say I'm an employee experience manager.
Yeah.
And I still believe that's what it's all about.
Employee experience manager. All right, let's go down this rabbit hole just for a moment. Give people a preview of what they're missing here at SRRC. So how would an employee experience manager work? Where would they fit in? Would they sit on the supplier side? Would they sit on the corporate side? And where would they fit in? What would they do?
I think every supplier should have that position. And I think their job is to go through the entire company and map out what everyone does and how it's handled okay, and come up with ways of improving the employee experience. And that's not just by, surveys or whatever, but listening to phone calls and listening to what people are saying. But I'm talking about a specific job. I'm not talking about having a project manager that does this part-time for them. I need somebody that's really doing it the entire, 40 hours a week.
Yeah, I want to know, if you're out there right now, what are you thinking about this idea that Jack has? Ray, I see you. Jamie, I see you. Deborah Hansen, nice to see you both, Ben and Jack. Yes, Deborah, what are you thinking about Jack's idea? Drew Phillips, good afternoon, gentlemen. What do you think about Jack's idea? Is it actionable? Is it too far-fetched? Are companies doing this right now that you can cite? I'd love to know. I know some companies have a quality manager, a quality director, but I will say that quality director role has always been, in my opinion, very reactive. And it's usually like really a service recovery. It's like a senior service recovery thing. It's not preventative. They're not thinking strategically and mapping out processes, finding the root cause in that process, and then fixing it. I mean, especially let's be honest, a moving company, a temp housing company. I mean, no offense out there to all of them, because I've worked for all of them. But, I mean, they're not always the most sophisticated operations. You see quality managers at manufacturing companies that make 1 million widgets a day, and they're trying to root out, every defect, right?
Exactly.
They're trying to get to how many nines, 0.99999, percent, without a defect. And I just, so I mean, that would be okay. So I'm on the other side of the coin, your other side of the coin.
Yeah.
How do we afford that type of a role?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. Take out one technology position.
Fire IT.
No, I'm not saying fire IT, but the amount of money that's being put into technology that's not being used, I challenge a company to take that one technology position and change it to an employee experience manager that will do things like this, okay? If there's a late shipment, okay, instead of emailing that person, that's an easy way, you're not going to get yelled at or whatever. Pick up the phone and say, this guy's got a family with kids. Pick up the phone and say, look, the shipment's late. We're expecting it tomorrow. Instead of emailing that person. Think of it, you're, with a family and baby, and it's like you're getting an email, oh, it's late, Right. Pick up the phone, but that's what I'm talking about. That makes a difference where they're talking to a person. So there's places for bots and there's places for people. So I say take one technology position out and put it to an employee experience manager.
Okay, I hear you, and I will agree with you. Before I disagree with you, I will agree with you. Well, first of all, let's see what everybody says. Drew Phillips says hashtag know your employees, know your culture. That's going to be trending soon. Drew Phillips says I think Jack's idea is perfect. Needs to be a leading proactive role. Ray says, I think it's a great idea. Ray says, you are so right, Jack. You feeling good? Let's see what Vinny says. And
I saw this today.
What about the ERC's new health? Okay, hold on. We're gonna put this on the side burner because we're gonna get to this, Vinny.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna agree with you, and then I'm on the other side of this coin. Okay. So I agree with you, and I love what you said about IT because IT actually possesses the acumen to do process flow. So even if you didn't fire somebody in IT and hire somebody over here, you could take somebody over there and kind of repurpose them based on the skills they already have. They already know how to do process mapping, and they know how to do. They have a lot of the skills, I think, to map a process and streamline processes. Now, I will also tell you, most suppliers in this business don't have an extra technology, but they might not have one technology person.
All right, bring me in as a consultant to look at what everybody does, just like we do in big companies.
Yeah.
They bring in consultants to look at what everybody does.
Yeah.
And figure it out. You can't tell me there's no cushion in every company that you can't find for one full-time position.
Watch out, everybody. When Jack shows up at your company with a legal pad and starts doing some justifications, some time studies.
I have been through many of these. I've been through many of these being with big companies, and I don't believe it's any different for small companies.
Well, and with big companies, though, I mean, there's a lot more cushion, I think. I mean, gosh, 1% cushion in a company with 1,000 employees is 10 people. 1% cushion in a company with 50 employees that gets scary, you
I'm
know.
sorry. I don't need a report on predictive analytics. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want someone to tell me what my business is going to be in 5 years from now.
Shoot.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Jack, I love it. I love it. Richard saying, great to listen to someone like Jack who sincerely and constantly drives for improvements by questioning what's happening. Love it. Thanks, Jack. Drew Phillips, that's personal touch makes a world of difference in experience. People are saying you're so right, Jack. All right.
But
All
do
right.
something about it. Hire that first person. Make me really feel good. Hire that. it'll help
Ray, you work at a moving company. Who's going? Okay. Jack
Yeah.
walks in with a clipboard. Ray, you're at a wonderful family-owned moving company in Canada. It's
Add
been
to
around for
staff.
100 years.
Add to staff. Get one additional person to staff.
Oh gosh,
Come
poor
on.
Ray.
Come
Ray's
on.
on the spot now, Ray. All right, hey, if they're on the hot seat, you don't got to tell me who they are. Just tag 3 people. One of them's on the hot seat.
I
Right?
guarantee you, procurement will look at that as a plus. If you're the first one out there that starts putting it out there that you have an employee experience manager,
Yeah,
that's a plus.
this
Get
is great.
to-
Ray's saying Matt, about the internal process for success. Then he's saying hire Jack. Yeah, that's what we're gonna start doing. Glomo's gonna come in. We're gonna start doing some consulting, some employee experience consulting, and our new head consultant is gonna be Jack on this. All right, Vinny. So Vinny's going to switch topics with us here.
Yeah, I saw this today.
Vin's breaking news here, and I love the use of the ellipsis there. What about the ERC's new health and safety guidelines? All GWS attendees will require COVID vaccination or negative test result within 3 days. Great job, ERC. Jack, what are your thoughts?
I think it's absolutely great. And you know why I'm saying this is the first conference I've been to, and I've gone up to people and been a little bit nervous because I don't know if they got the vaccination.
Right.
And I don't know, and no one's wearing a mask.
And we're in Florida.
Yeah, so
A
I
little weird.
am a little, that we didn't do something like this. So I think it's perfect. It doesn't say you can't come, but at least be fair to everyone. I love it. I'm glad they did it. I was afraid they weren't going to do
Well,
it.
it says or negative test
Right.
results. So there's people
Right.
out there. They're like, I'm not, my body, my choice. I'm not getting vaccinated.
Right.
I disagree
Mhm.
wholeheartedly. I think everybody should get vaccinated. I think this thing's gonna just keep mutating if we don't
Oh, no,
get
I
it under
agree with
control.
that. Right.
And we're gonna be living like this for 5 more years if we don't get our stuff together. But if that's you, whatever, get a negative test result within 3 days. I think that's great. I think that gives me peace of mind.
I'm
going to
glad.
ERC.
Yeah, I'm glad the ERC did that. Because it is very controversial, but I don't think it's anything unreasonable to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's let me ask you, do you think this is gonna make more people or less people attend the conference?
I don't think it'll change anything. I think they are where they are right now.
ERC, the conferences?
Yeah, ERC. Yeah, I don't think it'll change unless things start really going bad.
Mhm.
But I don't think.
Has anybody heard any numbers on attendance at this point for ERC?
I mean, the last I heard was, I guess it was from, I'm not sure, like 400, but that's just something I
Yeah.
heard weeks ago.
I heard that weeks ago too.
You know.
400, maybe 50 corporate,
Yeah, but I don't know how true that
which as a
is.
percentage sounded small, but as a gross number sounded
Yeah.
decent. So if you heard any numbers, throw it in the comments, let them know, or DM me. Freddie Paxton, hey from DC. Freddie, is this your first time tuning in to Love and Relo? Freddie, be honest with me. It's good to see you.
He's all
The
dressed
return to
up
Keith.
now.
I
Keith
cleaned
got a
up.
polo shirt on. He's feeling good about himself.
I took a shower and everything.
Oh my goodness, Keith, you're spoiling me.
In the time that you were talking, I took a shower, brushed this.
You're looking good, man. It's looking
Okay,
good. You
dude.
combed it. You're looking
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's looking good.
I'll let you guys get back to it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Keith.
all right.
Take care, bud. See you later. Let's see now. And Vinny's saying, "Hey, now we'll be open for hugs. I'm ready."
I've heard some places they're wearing like tags, green, yellow, and red or something. Red, they don't want you to shake hands or hug, and
Oh.
green is full hug, and yellow, I guess, is fist bump. I don't know.
Yellow's like, "I'll let you know if I want
Yeah.
a hug."
It has been
I'll-
weird though when I've come up to people, like you're not sure. You kind of wait for them to make the first move.
Yeah. What is there a proper protocol for that?
I've seen
Are we
people-
asking?
No, I've seen people shaking hands pretty openly. So, no.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody's got any protocol for that. Let me know. When Jack started talking about the red light, green light system, took me back to my college days. I don't know what's going on these days. It's getting weird. Deborah saying GBTA has the same health and safety guidelines for the convention in Orlando. I'm all for it. Interesting. I wonder if IAM's going to do the same thing.
I mean, they should. I don't think it'll hurt to do it. I think a lot of people were holding back because they were afraid it was going to hurt attendance. But I don't think it will. I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Somehow do something. You know.
Guys, how loud is it right now? Honestly, hit me in the comments. Let me know. On a scale of 1 to 10, are we 11? Is it Steppenwolf? What is it out there? It seems pretty loud in here right now. I'm not going to lie. Might have to cut this short and go hit the bar here. Drew says, I think people will attend. This gives options for all. This is inclusion and leadership. Agreed, Drew. Then he's saying, I think it will increase the attendance. People will feel more comfortable due to the new guidelines. I know I am feeling better. Vinny, are you going? I know that you had some complications there. I'd love to know. Are you going? Ray's saying it's a 10. All right. Maybe that's all right. And he's Canadian, so he's being nice.
That's right.
Jeez, I can't imagine. Drew says you're at a 5. All right. See, Drew's had me yelling in his ear in a Boston ERC. Then he says, I will be there in caps. I love it. Drew's saying tags make someone takes the wondering out. Red light, green light. Lizzie Beats. I see you, boys. What does that mean, Lizzie? Are you in the house, Liz? I'm in the house.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
What up, Liz? How's it going?
It's going great. This place is amazing, guys. Great conference.
Oh, you want to sit?
Liz.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Liz, real quick. No. You're not going anywhere. Liz, real quick. What company are you with?
I'm with Century 21 affiliated.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm also DJ Lizzie Beats. That's me. I'm the relocation director, though. That's how you guys all want to know me. Not by Lizzie Beats, but by the relocation director.
Are we rebrand? What are you, Puff Daddy? You're rebranding now? She's like, I'm not Diddy anymore. I'm Love.
But yeah, I guess most importantly, I'm Lizzie Beats. Why not?
Yeah, why not? That's awesome. It's great. Megan's saying it's loud, but I can hear you. Is it too loud on the live stream?
So it was, but it was. Yeah,
it's louder now than it used to be.
Yeah, it's fine now.
It's fine.
It's fine, you guys. I mean, what are you gonna do? Tell everyone to be quiet?
I don't know. What are we gonna do? Be quiet.
I could be like, yo, everyone, listen up.
Listen up. Now stop talking.
Tell him Jack wants everybody to be quiet.
Oh my gosh,
No, it's almost over.
We'll probably cut it. Hey, if you have any questions out there for Lizzie Beats or Jack, we need a nickname for Jack now too.
Oh,
just Jack.
Jackie Blue.
Jackie
There we
Blue.
go.
Is it blue? What's the blue?
His eyes, right?
Oh, he's like kind of doing it's real borderline. It's real borderline.
They changed.
It's real borderline. Yeah, we're doing 720p
Look
over
at
here.
this tan. I look terrible next to him.
We got some real tans going on. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, look at Alex.
Oh, I see Janet. We see Janet. We got a Janet.
At the SRRC in St. Petersburg.
And she needs some exposure here on our
This is
board.
live.
Like you want her for president. Alex for president.
No.
Oh wow, we're campaigning. We're
There you
openly
go.
campaigning.
Alex for president.
I know.
Wow.
I feel like this is a
Introduce
celebrity
yourself.
platform over
Introduce
here.
yourself.
Yes.
Alex Romine, relocation director with Premier Sotheby's International Realty, on the board of directors, programs committee. Happy to be here with all the people.
Tell us about programs.
Programs. So we have a riveting 2-day event. We have good speakers. We have good content. I feel like we have tried to make sure that with all the Zooms and virtual events that have happened in the last 18 months.
What's a virtual event? Just kidding.
This is it right here.
She's like talking about Love and Real. We're trying to be better in Love and Real. We're trying to put something together that makes people come out. What's your favorite part of the conference that you're putting together? What are you most proud of?
So we have a great corporate panel discussion and beachside chat with Jack Jample.
Beachside chat.
Not a fireside chat.
It's a beachside chat.
Beachside chat.
Wow, we're getting real handsy with the name tags.
Excuse me,
This is great. Janet, get over here real quick. Janet, you're a celebrity
Hey,
here.
my Love and Relo fans. I know.
People got to see this hair.
Oh, I
Bring it
know.
in.
It's a
Bring
little
this
crazy.
hair in.
No,
Bring this in.
I want to tell you, my hairdresser,
It's beautiful.
she was like,
Beautiful.
I went and she said, do you want to do the pink? I said, I have a conference coming up. I don't think I should. And she said, this is your personal brand. Do it. Do it. So here I am.
Vinny saying Janet.
Vinny.
The differentiator. That's it.
This is great. This is
So
great.
it's been awesome, and we're excited, so excited to be together, right, Jack? And so many, we have 88 attendees, I believe, and 12 corporate attendants here. So we're looking forward to Jack being at the round table, the corporate round table, and we have so many young people new in the industry as corporate mobility leaders. So I think Jack is going to really, we're so happy to have him. He's always been active in this community of SRRC, and we're grateful for that. And we're grateful to have Ben here and Love and Relo. Peace.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm getting choked up over here.
Yeah, really. He lost his voice.
I'm here for 15 minutes to start coughing. Vinny says I had a main conversation yesterday with this very special person, Janet. You are great. Yeah, Janet's pretty awesome. Jack, it's getting loud.
Yeah, it is.
We should go join the people. What do you think?
I think so. I think we're ready to go. But thank you for having me, Ben. This is great. And always
Isn't it fun?
enjoy. Yeah, and I want to see those employee managers out there, experienced managers.
Yeah, employee experience managers. Jack wants to see it. If you got one, send it over to Jack. Make a post, tag him in it. He'll love it. It'll be awesome.
I'm telling you.
We will be back tomorrow, same time, which is
Okay.
going to be super tricky because I think there's a session at that time. So I don't know how we're going to navigate this. And then we're also going to have a charity angle on Thursday
Okay.
at the same time. Lisa Fontana from Rocket Mortgage is going to be co-hosting that with me. And that should be really interesting.
Yeah, that's great.
We'll have a few drinks
It's
and start
great
throwing
everything
you
you're
money.
doing, really, Ben.
Thank you,
I
Jack.
really appreciate it. And thanks for always having me. So
Always. Jack's the Steve Martin of the show here. He's got more appearances than anybody else. Richard Majewski, great show. Smile so much my jaw aches, and then I need wine. Shucks. Awesome. Thank you, Ray. Thanks everybody out there. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate you being with us. We wouldn't have a show without you. Make sure to follow Love and Relo on LinkedIn. We're going to be doing some amazing new content, including Her Story, which is a series by Peggy Smith, inspired by Susan Benavides, and co-produced by Jana Chesnowski on our Love and Relo page. So there's a special exclusive content on that page. So you want to make sure you follow. Do you follow the
yes, I do.
Love and Relo page?
Yes, I do.
So we're about 900 followers. We need to get over 1,000. So please follow it, share it. Let's get the word out because we're going to have some really great stories from some great women in our industry over the next month. That's going to be fantastic. And we just couldn't do it without people watching. So thank every one of you for watching today, and hit that like button.